have to make the absolute most out of every little opportunity that you've got to be able to, you know, play around that Maelstrom, BKB, Aghanim Shard, Basher timing, and just go, go, go from that point. Never let up. But I still think Deucer needs to be the one that dies last in most of these
Top lane,
engagements.
Hanskin is in some trouble. The level 2 timing coming out from Ooredoo Thunder, and they pounce on that instantly as Omar finds first blood on the Rubik. And you were just mentioning before that you feel like this is a good Rubik game to play around their timings. I know you mentioned what the Maelstrom, BKB shot and Basher from Charlie, but definitely feels like late game you're probably giving the edge to the Medusa. So what lanes need to go right for a line to kind of have the early tempo? Is top lane actually Hanskin once again getting chased down, but I mean that's a trade that Alliance are more than happy with.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the lanes that I'm probably not expecting to go all that well. Catch them out.
Noob might be in some trouble. Tries to get the Rolling Thunder off. He will actually get some distance away from the arrow, so Noob's okay. Very close to securing the kill. Chuen might be the one that actually ends up going down. They've got Omar to play with. He won't be able to bounce him down to the low ground. Even the Tidehunter's going to rotate as well. Look at that. 4 heroes from Ooredoo Thunder just to shut down the toss. They recognize how important it is to slow down Chuen's game.
Just unfortunately for Ponlo, a little bit slow on the arrow. Means that might still live here on Hanskin if Ponlo looked to continue to commit. He actually tried to get a kill onto Noob instead. But yeah, at least they made the attempt, right? As Omar just TPs away. Ooh, okay.
Hanskin as well. Who does the Disruptor want to play? We've spoken about kind of Ponlo wanting to be with the Tusk, but is the Disruptor the same, playing around mid?
Yeah.
Okay. We see Noob should be able to pick up the DD. It's going to cost him his ultimate, so Charlie will actually look to TP him. Swashbuckle to get some distance away, but Chuen actually commits to the higher ground, and they'll turn it around onto Kaori as well. Ponlo lines up the arrow. They should have the damage thanks to Chuen's punch, and they're not done just yet. Chuen considering about catching up to Omar. He's got the shard to work with. Not the greatest position, however. Omar will be able to duck on out. They might get some damage in the tower, though. They do have a catapult wave, but looks like they're going to all back off.
Weirdo has the TP available if he needs it, though. He's going to look to park himself in front of that Tier 1 tower bottom for now. I wasn't really expecting the Bloodseeker to turn up to that fight, but it's a good thing he did. You know, great use of the Rupture onto the Rolling Thunder.
Kaori finds the hook shot. Noob's going to have no hesitation of jumping inside as well. With the help of the double damage rune, do they actually have enough to bring S4 down? Spirit Siphon not going to repair the damage. It's a big kill for them to find, but simultaneously top lane, TA2000 has the Stone Gaze to kind of be that deterrent for Alliance to continue to go onto the towers. Look at the damage, though. Chuen's in trouble. They got the Static Storm to lay it down, but Ooredoo TP's in with a mechanism here. I don't think it's... Oh, it's actually enough. Amar stays alive, and in the end, Chuen's the captain.
The majority of it. I suppose they'll get the Tier 1 tower in the mid lane, but again, they're conserving their TPs as much as possible on Ooredoo Thunders, just so that they're able to make rotations for the actual important hero in the Medusa. She is the only one that matters.
Oh my lord, almost gets blown up, but the boys are here to fight. Static Storm in combination with the Exorcism. And they've gotten completely rid of TA2000's mana. Would just get enough back for the Stone Gaze, but the combination of the Ravage as well. But there's just no damage until the Swashbuckle comes out from downtown. They'll kill off one, but can they get any more out of this? Alliance is still in fighting shape, as Tidehunter will take a spill, and now Alliance can get some of the stacks.
Oof. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting Pango's dead. Again, where's the damage coming from? You might be able to land a Ravage if it was on cooldown, off cooldown, excuse me, but what then? So they are eventually going to make a TP rotation down here just to stop the tower
Charlie's
from going
alone.
out for free.
Hook shot in. Rubik won't be able to follow up. They cancelled the TP from Amar.
He's moving fast.
So Kaori's actually not going to have enough damage without the Rubik to be able to kill off Charlie. And up, they know he TP'd down. They know he's stuck. And with no tower to protect him, what's the go? Where do I hide? There's no way you can hide. Charlie's just under the cover of the invis. He'll pop out and be rewarded with the kill. Top lane, they're setting up from on the Tidehunter as well.
No Static Storm.
No Static Storm will make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah,
They're going to look to TP in an extra member as well. It'll make him work for it, Greaves. There we go, glimpse back. Even Exo committed. But there's the Snowball to be able to cancel the TP. And in the end, will still go down.
Alright, so Alliance come back into this off the back of a few nice movements, and even Ponlo getting away from another.
Well aware of this. This doesn't seem like a high ground you can brute force down. Alliance are aware of this. They're going to look to back up. Does he see an opening? 2000's going to reel himself. They'll start with the Exo. Is this really the man you want to try and start on? And the telekinesis gets him out of danger. They could turn to Roche down with the clockwork there, but they want more kills. Alliance looking for the opening. Not an easy man at all. They're going to be cautious how deep they go inside their territory. They'll glimpse back Ooredoo. Well, that's the person they can blow up. Static Storm preventing any turnaround. And now Alliance, they did waste a decent chunk to the Exo, so I don't think they can take Roche. Did you run up the higher ground? Pommel and Handskin hand in hand. S4 again commits the Exo really early on, and now it feels horrible if you don't force a team fight. Where's the telekinesis to protect the Tidehunter? Pipe and Greaves activated. They've just ran straight into TA2000's double damage. With that, two members will fall with ease, and now they can look to go high ground.
I think they might have just thought they had that Static Storm.
So they're going to look to try and smoke out.
Oh, okay,
Maybe this Scepter can catch them off guard. Ages expire. They're going to make the attempt on TA2000. There's the Static Storm, but the telekinesis gets him out of danger. Charlie's going to try and make the attempt, but the Ravage will cover the Medusa. They turn it back onto the Bloodseeker. Another rest of Alliance are in shambles. Noob will catch up to Hanskin on the backline. The damage will come through from the Tidehunter. And now S4 is the next on the chopping block as well. There's going to be no escape for S4's Death Prophet. As again, 0 members go down on Ooredoo, and Noob's already looking for more. Deep inside the base they go, attempting on to pop.
Mummy.
What the hell? Dude, no way. Oh god, get me out. A co-caster saying, Mommy, jump in? Oh no, S4, not long for this world. Just look how much damage they've got. DD activated. He's even going to force himself further into the middle. A buyback is there out of S4, but what do? You let the Deucer get way too farmed, and now this is the result.
And now TA2000 just puts himself on the front lines, right? Like, you got to get...
You don't have a lineup that can deal with Megas as well. It's just going to be a slow bleed. They're not even going to lead the base. Why would they? Aegis still for 3 minutes 30. Gonna jump the heroes behind the Medusa, and they're going to make the attempt. Onto the Bingley, a pretty decent start, but there's just no damage. Charlie hasn't been able to enter. They've killed off Noob. He's going to look to buy back. They get anything more out of this in one Alliance. S4 in the middle of the fight. Pomlo's going to look to follow up as well. Where the boys are helping S4, just no one's to be seen. S4 completely by himself. He wants some help, he wants some assistance, but he's not going to fight it. Now Charlie will look to walk in, but the control is just there for Noob, and the Rabbit for good measure. What an ultimate from Tidehunter to cut the heads of Alliance for the final time this game. Buybacks are there, but there's just nothing they can do. TA2000 still hasn't gone down the once. It's farming time. No fountain will stop them as TA2000 rewarded with a rampage, and what a way to close out game 1 from Ooredoo Thunder.
Damn, I wanted to give the MVP over to the Rubik, but it's pretty hard to pass it over from before to here for Hanskin. It's going to be good. You know, you need that AoE battery assault for the Spiderlings just to be able to deal with the lane push out as well with the rocket flare. I would like to see it. Another great look.
That it is indeed. Pomlo's already used his Fade Bolt, but it looks like the Rot Slow will enable the Pudge to be able to chase down the Hoodwink inside the tree line, so Alliance strike first in our second game.
There's Chuen going here. You see him walking up. Oh, I suppose he sees that there's one stack built up inside of the Dire Jungle as Cowrie will at least soak the experience from it.
Might kill Cowrie, actually. No razors, but they can hold him into place to actually let the right clicks go to work, and a free kill is going to be picked up, but the boys are starting to rotate. Noob will look to enter the higher ground with the help of the Laguna Blade. Chuen tries to destroy it with the illusion. Can he get the ultimate off? It's not fast enough, as TA2000 rewarded with the kill, and they're already looking for more, but the cogs will make it difficult to pursue into the river, but in the end...
One that's going to be able to combo together with this Tiny, who picked up the Blink Dagger, who has it being delivered to him right now, I believe. Where is it? It was on the courier for some time. Maybe just keeping it in base for a little bit.
Tier 2000 might be in some trouble. Look at this maneuver from Alliance. A hook shot under the Tier 2 tower. S4's going to try and play around with the primal split, but it was on the other side of the cog, so wasn't able to get too much damage out into the Lina. They should be able to still bring her down. The bonus health from the Sorip isn't enough to keep her alive. Tier 2000, no way she lives to it all, even using little health on the ground as well from Carry, Seeds of Serenity.
Every little bit counts, and that's a really deep dive. Would have been great to be able to pick up that kill, but just wasn't meant to be. And again, they're just hanging around with these supports in the mid lane. Tiny, Avatos combo with the Blink Dagger. There we go, there's the smoke. They want to try and pick off someone that comes to defend this mid tier 1 tower, realizing how important it is. SF would be a fantastic target for them. Oh no.
Oh, they might just get S4.
S4, no, can't just TP back into this. Good hook.
Still, it might not be enough. Requiem's going to be able to cover them, so Ooredoo forced the retreat. Hoodwink for the Requiem, but importantly, Alliance do continue to keep this tower standing.
Keep the tower standing, make sure that S4 doesn't immediately die after that TP back into the lane.
Can they get noob? And the Bushwhack as well into the tree line. S4's making sure he plays his distance and not get blown up for the tiny combination. With that, they're going to pick kill here for Alliance.
Chuen even being the one to pick that one up with the Shadow Rays from long range. And as for right now, he's done everything that he possibly could have. Good positioning by Hanskin, though.
Should know there's a ward nearby, though. And then backing off away from the hard camp. They are still under the cover of this ward, though. Hanskin's going to be the initial target with a sharpshooter burst. It should be enough to secure the kill. Maybe not. They even used the tombstone to try and help out, but it's a tree throw that blows him up. Alliance is starting to move to the neighborhood. Let's see if they can actually defend the tower. They'll target down the tombstone, and now they've got control as S4 with the threat of the primal split is going to force Ooredoo to delta split. And the sacrifice will be the undying slap, but once again, Alliance will be successful at defending the tower, and they might even catch up to the Hoodwink as well. The Blink, unfortunately, getting cancelled, but the Cinder Brew will slow Omar down so Ponlo can blow him up with the Fade Ball. Beautifully done again, Alliance. Another successful defense.
Yeah, a little surprised Omar turned around. He was still under the bench, you know. What's Ponlo
Can
going
they...
for?
Is he going for? So stuff looks like. Oh. Still, they'll make the attempt with the primal split. The start wasn't perfect, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Noob will go down, but can they still get more out of this, though? Chuen, with the help of the double damage room, will turn towards the Hoodwink, but there's no control to help out there. So forced to turn with the Requiem to force Ooredoo away. Chuen, very Kinesis to be able to set up for the hook back. Can they cancel this? A Bushwhack's going to be there. We're not free pathing. He's going to be okay for the moment as Alliance unable to connect with that attempt. And now the rest of Ooredoo is starting to move over, in particular TA 2000. Protected with the BKB, so start to get the right clicks out onto the Pudge. Now Chuen's in trouble as well. There's nothing he can do to turn it with the Requiem. The hook shot maybe buying some time, but it's not enough. They'll get the kill onto Chuen, and now they're looking for more as well. As off to the right side. Cowrie's still alive. Nothing S4 can do with the split. And Hanskin will be the last member of Alliance to go down as Ooredoo, an incredible skirmish from them with the first use of the BKB, and now they're going to look to get Roshan.
Cowrie just kited out an entire primal split on his own. Every single one of the Brewlings was chasing him down, and he was just able to withstand it all. Really good spell casting, juking left and right. Why are you putting Nisha on the ground?
Noob? What's going on?
Outside the Roche pit.
Just some Zyjays.
And BKBs starting to come out as well. Lena, of course, used the first charge of hers in that team fight. Tiny, just the Mithril Hammer essentially away from being able to pick his up.
Great start from Omar. Noob with the fall. The burst is there, preventing any opportunity. I didn't even have primal split of using that to escape, so tier 2 tower's gonna go down, and even a kill onto S4's Brewmaster. Top lane, they're setting up on Charlie. Unable to sidestep the LSA, and now Noob's able to follow up as well. Again, the chain control is perfect. No opportunity for the Flesh Sheep. Back to mid we go, though. Omar under the cover of the Bushwhack will be able to hold Chuen. But no one's going down, and now Daya they can bring their members over to be able to set up a formation. Finally, they should be able to secure the kill. He's not even dead just yet. You gotta finish your food. Finally, they'll get him. It's Chuen trying to find the timing with the Requiem. A lot of damage onto the Tiny. They'll be able to blow up the position too. They'll turn towards Alina as well with the bushwhack from downtown. Omar gives TA2000 an opportunity to get the right clicks going. A telekinesis drags straight into Charlie's hands, but it doesn't matter. There's no damage without the Shadow Fiend. It's a slow meltdown. Once again, the bushwhack. Omar continuing to do it all. Bushwhack after bushwhack onto multiple heroes means that Alliance just are unable to come out on top in the team fight.
My man, he said, I heard you guys. You didn't give me the MVP for that game number 1 performance, but this time around, he's really putting in the hard yards for that one. They might be able to grab Ponlo as well on the retreat. Seems like they will. Well-deserved being able to pick up that one for himself. And yeah, it just felt a little bit odd, right? You go in, you commit fully with the primal split, and there was no right-click happen to interrupt.
This was all great reactions. And still got it, but Chuenzo, he's in trouble. Gonna get the BKB off fast enough. Protect him for the moment. They continue to chase, though. Is the T3 tower gonna be enough to save him? Telekinesis, but the damage from downtown with the combo of the Avalanche. They'll be able to bring down Chuen, and now the primal split will give them nothing as Ooredoo, they can even go for more if they want to. Laguna Blade cuts away the life of Handskin. They need some creeps, however, to be able to brute force up this high ground. Unfortunately, they don't have any, so back to mid they go.
They're happy enough to take mid, I feel. You know, this is, again, the better of the two teams is just sweeping across the map.
They know there's nothing to fear. Even if they get hooked, there's nothing to fear. Maybe they might go with Charlie instead. Look at TA2000. Just running in. Relentless from Ooredoo. Nothing they can do. Nothing to stop them. Once a streak from the Lina, almost godlike. Building soon to fall. They push so incredibly fast.
It's one of those times where I was like, do they pop the glyph here just to try and get a little bit of extra damage through the multi-shot onto the Ooredoo heroes? But that's not going to be enough. Zest4 again going in very deep, but good 4-staff usage to be able to get him out of harm's way.
Great toss back, even better. Noob is stuck under the tier 4 tower. Not the best position for him to be in, but it just showcased that the Shadow Fiend's damage is not there to compare against a god like TA2000. 9-0. Base continuing to be... That they are indeed. I mean, we heard Divide Llama speak about it in the interview we had prior to this series, saying that Ooredoo Thunder, he felt like was one of the teams that would actually make it out, and with a performance like this, I mean, they are one fight away of being 2-0. Well, trying to keep Ponlo alive. S4 might not even survive as well. Just gets the split off. It's going to be okay for the moment, but there's just... That's a defensive split. Exactly right. A split for what? To keep him alive. As they're even going close inside the fountain. Toss back onto Charlie. What a game from Ooredoo. This is a team to keep our eyes out for.
Oh no, S4 body blocked.
Oh no. They're trying to get him. Look at what they're doing, dude. Noob again. Another toss back and someone to the Shadow Fiend.
Like right now.
Just this hero, man.
A bit of satanic now as well.
Makes me grr. She doesn't just like hook me.
Hooking her into
Hook me. I actually don't care.
I want to be here.
I want to be directly. Oh, ma. Sniper from downtown. Go inside the base. Come on. Go celebrate. Go on the fountain. Who cares about the throne? Go hit some heroes. Go get some kills. That's a priority. And the G's a drop. Ooredoo Thunder. This is a team to keep our eye out, continuing into a 1. They are now 2-0 in Division 2, and they are the real deal.